Hey, this is Nature Gnosis 555, and I'm doing a video today on oil of oregano. I feel like this is a really great staple product for you to keep in your home when you need a strong and powerful antiviral, antifungal, antioxidant, and also a natural, strong antibiotic for yourself. So, I'm going to get into the three main components that aid in this wonderful herb. Now, oil of oregano or oregano oil, whichever you prefer to call it, this is derived from the oregano leaf, okay? So it's also a spice that we use in our home, if you want to season up some food. But this also has medicinal qualities when it's been distilled and the oil has been pretty much pressed out. So the three compounds that I'm speaking of is carbachol, which stops the growth of several bacteria. Then we've got thymol, which is an antifungal and also supports the immune system and protects against toxins. And then finally we have rosmarinic acid. It's a very powerful antioxidant that protects against free radicals. Now, free radicals is something that is already natural, that is a component within the metabolism. But what happens is that when this free radical pretty much becomes very large in scale within the body, it causes damage, which causes aging. Also, aging, and then also cancer and heart disease. So this rosmarinic acid is a very powerful antioxidant, and they also did a study on about 39 different herbs, and they pretty much tested them all and found out that oregano oil actually has the highest component in antioxidants. So that's really good to know. As for I'm sorry, I'm itching. The medicinal qualities for this oregano oil, it fights off against staphylococcus, which is a bacterial disease. It's really common. You can contract it, and when you get staphylococcus, it causes like skin lesions and irritations. It can start off from you possibly having a scar on your body, and then, oh, excuse me. What, baby? Can you tell them about raccoons? Later. Let me finish. So say you scratch yourself. Now, if you don't take care of that scar, right, and you don't give it an antiseptic and stuff like that, it can develop into staphylococcus. So that's like when it gravitates towards the lesion, and then it's like bacteria builds up and the staph happens. So it gets rid of staph. Also, which I think this is really important, especially going on right now, especially within the United States of America, because this candida is like running rampant. I know that I've definitely suffered from it, and it is a beast. Like, candida is no joke, and it has to do with the body having a fungal overgrowth from your body taking in and consuming too much sugar. So what happens is that this candida, which is natural within the body in the hormones, but when it becomes imbalanced, and the yeast overgrowth happens. Some women, they can have like candida issues, and what happens is that they are having like continually like really acute yeast infections, right? That wasn't the case with me, thank God, because that's not a fun situation. That should be itching, and that was not my case. My case was actually like old growth on my skin. So my skin would just like break out and just like be itching like crazy. That's how my candida like affected me, and also it affected my digestive system. So I would have issues with being regular, like going to the restroom regularly, because my intestines were like all screwed up. I also ended up having like leaky gut syndrome, which is another issue that comes along with candida. I don't want to get into that because it's not a video about candida. We're talking about oregano oil. So I'm talking about how oregano oil kicks candida's ass. So because it's such a powerful antifungal agent, you can use this and you can take it. Now, there are two different ways that you can take oil of oregano. You can either take it from a tincture, which would be like drops, and another way that you can take it is through supplements. So they have it in supplement form, and they also have it in a tincture. Now, I'm so silly. I have it, but I forgot. So what I'll show you, it looks something like this. This is what it would look like. This is something else, but when it comes in a tincture, it comes like this with a dropper, and you would put like a dropper or two within like an 8-ounce glass of water, and you can drink it down. And now it depends on how strong the oil of oregano is, because some of them you can like put the what baby? I know, baby. I'm talking though. Shh. Sorry, I have children. Y'all know. So okay, so you can take it under your tongue, but it depends, because if you have a very high and potent oil of oregano, I would suggest you be very careful if you have tincture and to use as directed. The one that I have is not super duper strong, so I can put it up under my tongue, because that's like a really fast way to get things into your bloodstream, is to put it up under your tongue. So you can use it like that. Also, if you're having like, say you having fungal infections like athlete's foot, or say your candida's acting up and like you're breaking out in a rash on your skin, you can use the oil of oregano with the tincture and add a carrier oil. If you don't know what a carrier oil is, that could be like coconut oil, it could be sunflower oil, it could be olive oil, just a different oil, jojoba oil. Oh, my daughter just told me to tell you with her 3-year-old self. Also, avocado is a carrier oil. So you can use those and mix it in together and put it on whatever the affected area is, and it will knock it out like that. Now, I'll give you a personal story of mine. I'll give you a personal story of mine that happened with me. I was having issues with my mouth. Now, I am really big on taking like care of my teeth. Like, I have really good oral hygiene, but I also have to get some work done. So, with that being said, like a one side of my mouth, like my tooth, I ended up cracking it, a molar, and even though I was oil pulling and brushing my teeth, I ended up developing like an infection. Okay. Now with this infection, it was like I was feeling my tongue was like feeling kind of weird, and then like my mouth, my gums. I noticed when I was brushing my teeth, my gums were like having some inflammatory issues. So I was like, okay, this is starting to hurt, and then they were starting to bleed when I brushed my teeth. I'm like, okay, what's going on? So then I was thinking to myself, I was looking up stuff. I'm like, oh wow, like it looks like I'm developing like gum disease. Now I ended up like getting all up in my mouth, and I was noticing it's gone now. Like I told myself, like I cured myself, but I was noticing really slight, like real slight, but it was enough for me because I'm really anal, that I looked and it seemed like my gums were like just slightly receding, and I said, oh hell no. I'm like really vain. Like, I'll be very honest with you. I care about like my skin and my hair and my teeth. So when I seen that, like I was just like, no, 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 no. And then like, I wasn't sure about whether or not your gums could even grow back. So I was kind of scared. But I ended up like doing some studying, and I remember I was on the phone with my mom, and she was just like, you need a strong antibiotic. And she was like, you need oil of oregano. And I was like, oh yeah, because I'm a herbalist. I have a lot of different things. So, sometimes I'll forget which one is the strongest and stuff. So I was really happy I was on the phone with my mom, and she was like, you need oil of oregano. So I ended up getting the oil of oregano. I bought it from Sprouts, and I'll just put it in my mouth and just swished it around and swallowed it. Now, I'm going to give you, no, knock it off. Stop. So with that being said, I'm going to be very honest with you. Oil of oregano is strong. Okay. It is a very intense herb. It is like, it's spicy, right? Like, it's really spicy. It's like, you know, you eat like a hot pepper or something. It's kind of reminiscent of a hot pepper. So when you put it in your mouth, it's gonna burn. But just know that burn is burning up all of the bullshit in your mouth. Now, like I said, I ask for y'all to be careful, because some of these oil of oreganos are like really potent and powerful, and they don't even suggest for you to put it in your mouth by itself. The one that I have is not so very strong to where it's gonna just totally tear up the inside of my mouth. So I always say, like, take as directed, because these oil of oreganos have different potencies. Now, for those of you that are suffering from the dis-ease of cancer, I would suggest that you purchase the most potent oil of oregano that you can buy, and make sure not to put it in your mouth by itself, but to actually add water to it. The reason why I say this is because the compound carbacrol, right, that I spoke of earlier, that's inside of oil of oregano, when you get it in a high potency of oil of oregano, this is the compound that kills the free radicals, which is what your issue is. If you have cancer, that means that you've got free radicals running rampant in your body, and you need to get rid of that so that you can cure your cancer. So I would suggest for you to get a very high, strong, potent oil of oregano that has a high consistency of the carbacrol. Okay, so I talked to you about the gut health. So it's really good for your digestive system. It will get rid of any type of issues. Like, say if you having like a viral infection. I had like an issue a little while ago where like I had like a really quick little stomach virus, and that helped to knock it out. It gets rid of parasites. So if you're suffering from tapeworms or anything like that.
Mama, remember I was eating too much stuff, didn't I do all that?
Yes. She wants to tell her little side story. Hush, let me finish the video, okay? Please.
Okay, Mommy.
Okay. So, let me see. I want to see what else. So they even gave a study where they gave 600 milligrams of oil of oregano to a dozen people with gut issues for 6 weeks, and everyone had a reduction in parasites, and 77% were completely cured. So that's like awesome. It can also be used for pain relief, which it definitely helped me with my mouth when I was having the issues, because it was like curing it, and it was also like relieving the pain from in my mouth. It can also aid in weight loss. It says carbachol also aids in weight loss. Carbachol in the studies appeared to reverse the chain of events that leads to the formation of fat cells. So you can take it in a liquid or capsule, and you can also remember to take it on the skin. You can put it on your skin as long as you take it with a carrier oil. Also, I want to express to you guys, consult with your doctor if you are taking other medications, just to make sure that they don't interfere with each other in like some negative reaction. And you can purchase this stuff from Sprouts. You can purchase it from not Simply Wholesome, but you know what? Actually, if you are in Los Angeles, California, you can purchase it. I know Simply Wholesome has it because that's an herbal store, but I meant to say Whole Foods though. So you can also get it from Whole Foods. And I just want to say that like this stuff really works, you know. I'm going to be uploading more videos, just trying to share different herbs and stuff with our people. We're coming into a time where, our consciousness is expanding, and we're starting to understand that, like, these doctors are not really here to help us in the way that we think that they are. And that these synthetic drugs that we're taking is not what we're supposed to take. We're not synthetic people. We're organic people. So we're supposed to be taking in organic things to help to cure us of the diseases that we have in our bodies. So I just would strongly suggest that you take oil of oregano. It can help your body in so many different ways. Nova, sit down. She want to be in this video so bad. It can help you in so many different ways. Say hi, Nova. I'm going to say hi so bad.
Look.
No. Okay. That's not what I heard for. So, just make sure that you check the dosage, check the potency of it. It will cure you. If you're having issues and you can't get to the dentist, it will cure your mouth of any type of gum diseases, just any type of infections in the mouth. It will totally kill it and get rid of it. So I hope this video was helpful to you. Please like, share, subscribe. And if you have any suggestions or you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. And you can click the notification bell if you want to see more videos and be notified on when I'm posting. They'll be about, healing herbs and whatever else comes to mind that would be healing to our people. You guys stay safe and take care of yourself first and others. Peace.